Hey, I recognize that song. And we are back, people. We have arrived back at home. We are back in Casa del Arv, and we are back on streaming. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome to a Friday night stream. It is Friday night. It is August 12th, 2022. In the year of our Lord, Anno Domini, etc., etc. And the time has come for some more triangle strategy and a little bit of a Gen Can, a Gen Can recap, which is a near futuristic tale about a dystopic future in which cops show up at Gen Con. No, that's not all. A Gen Con recap. Thank you, Mrs. Dunsel, and welcome, everybody. Thank you as well for all the resubs from everyone. I think I saw that Mrs. Dunsel had one up there. I'm sorry. No, Prince Justin had one. Tier 2 at 40 months. Wow. Thank you so much, Prince Justin. It was good to see you at Gen Con. It was good to see Triffity Mats at Gen Con as well. 29 months. Thank you. It was good to see everybody. Yeah, exactly. Gen Cam recap. Best news story ever. Doesn't in any way recap what we've already done. But it was a pleasure to see everybody, and I'll talk a little bit about Gen Con in just a bit. Before I do, ways to support us here on the channel, as you folks know, if you have not done so already, please make sure to follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube, and please do subscribe to us over there if you have not done so already. It is free to do so, but it definitely helps us out a lot as we continue to build that channel. !ArvCord is our Discord channel where you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams, as I know many of you were doing and posting pictures and things like that. I saw Hilness posting pictures. I know that I think that Emily had posted some pictures there. I'm pretty sure that Prince Justin may have done so as well. Prince Justin was there taking some awesome pics, by the way. Some of you who follow Prince Justin's Patreon will have seen those. So yeah, there were people posting pictures and all that in the Discord, which was cool. So !ArvCord for that. !Arv tweets is my Twitter. You can always follow me. Emily the Honored. That is Emily. That is the new nickname. The artist formerly known as Garlic Tofu is no more, at least not with that name. The new name is Emily the Honored, which completely fits because, of course, Emily is an award-winning editor and also an editor guest of honor, and also has decided to add a U for no reason because Canada apparently is cooler than America, it's objectively true that Canada is cooler than America, so I can't deny that. I just don't understand why we add U's to everything. Anyway, that is who that is. So it is welcome with your new name, Emily. It's good to see you. Anyway, you can check out all of those pics and things like that on our Discord, !ArvCord, and check out my Twitter with !ArvTweets. Website is arvaneleron.com. Financially, !ArvTreon is the Patreon. We are currently sitting, as you can see, at 21 patrons, 200 per month. Would love to see... Yeah, we delete letters. It's true. We don't want to waste the extra time or bandwidth. We're just like, we don't need all these letters. We just need one of those letters. That was all. So !ArvTreon to support us there. The inspiration list, by the way, has been reset. I am behind on getting out the Patreon video, but I will try to get that done over the next couple of days. However, I have reset the inspiration list, so we're good to go on that score. You can get that. You can get copies of one of my band's albums. You can get a professional character background written for you. You can get a poem written about you and stuff like that. So different things that you can get for yourself, plus things for the channel with !ArvTreon. And of course, subbing to the channel is always appreciated, as well as some lovely folks have done tonight to get those custom sub badges and emotes and also inspirations to help the players as well. No, it's a good point. Canada made you the guest of honor first, so they give you the, you need to give them the extra U. I understand. They made you the guest of honor, so I guess you owe them a U as well. Right. That's how it works. Anyway, but yes, so let's see, where was I? Yeah, so subbing to the channel is great. Please do that as well. On the publishing side, !Icarus for my Icarus graphic novel from the aforementioned award-winning Athos Arts. !Library for my Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. My 5e Adventure and Sourcebook from Alligator Rally Entertainment. I was happy to see some of those on sale at various retailers at Gen Con, and I know a couple of people who attended my story building building workshop actually went back into the hall and bought the book. And I know one other person actually who may be known to all of you, whose names might or might not rhyme with Blintz Bluston, who bought it and then came up and had me sign it, which was lovely. One of my favorite things to do. So that was really cool. So yeah, those have been selling super well, and we're blowing through them. We do not have all that many copies left in print anyway, but it was nice to see other retailers selling them as well. So that was cool. And then we have got, let's see, there was that, and then exclamation point Greyshade, of course, which is for the Greyshade novel that was released in May. You all know about the Greyshade Kickstarter, which was successful last month. Hard to believe it was last month. Feels like months ago. What even is time? But that funded the 2 sequels and, of course, the 5e RPG and the audiobook from Tren, and the coin from Norse Foundry and a bunch of other things. So that, of course, was part of that Kickstarter, and you can get that novel right now with exclamation point Greyshade. Some of you also bought those novels and actually had me sign those, which was super cool. So I was glad to see that as well. Yeah, so I was really, really happy about that. And as always, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, very important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others and to, when you need help, and to reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, Ukraine, to support the people of Ukraine as they continue to fight back bravely and effectively, but still in a devastating, illegal, and illegitimate war. This is a war for their sovereignty, and it's a chance for us to stand up and help them in our own small way by supporting the things that you will find at that exclamation point Ukraine link. So we are back, folks, and we are ready to go. We're getting started later tonight, and we're not going to have a super long stream tonight because I am still quite tired. It was a lot. The run up to Gen Con, and then the actual trip, both to and from, and all the stuff going on, plus various things with family and just, different issues of illness and stuff like that. It's been quite a bit that we've been dealing with here, and so not a super long stream tonight. I'm going to talk a little bit about Gen Con. I will play through probably a level or two of Triangle Strategy, but I plan to be off out of here no later than midnight, maybe 12:30 at the latest, because I have a stream tomorrow that I want to do with the Eberron crew, and I want to start getting back into the swing of things here on the stream once we do that. So that's going to be the deal, and I am glad about that. So with that said, let me get rid of, where's my buttons here? Let me get rid of that, and let me get rid of, where are you? That, and let me turn on that. There we go. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all. I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, you'll notice this is one of my 2. I will show you some of the swag that I got. Some of it's actually already downstairs or in the laundry or being used by, is one of the games we got is currently set up on our table downstairs and being used. But this one I got while I was there, was a big fan of this shirt. You can see the Eastern style dragon with the D20 die. This place where I got that shirt is actually, I also got a shirt, which was, which I wore, I think it was that Sunday night. And it was, this whole big, this green shirt, which is all this stuff about the screaming eels and, all of these things. And on the back, it's got a map of all the places from The Princess Bride. It was pretty sweet. It was very nice. Thank you. I was very happy with this shirt, and I was very happy with those 2 shirts that we got actually towards the end, because I did not have much time to be in the hall, in the actual exhibit hall, because I was occupied doing things all con pretty much. So I didn't have a chance to actually get in there very much, except for my own 2 signings, and then to be able to get in there with about... I probably spent like 90 minutes, literally the hall closed, with us in it on Sunday night. So my wife and I were able to go walk around the hall a little bit and check out some stuff, which is good because we got some stuff. We did get a chance to do a demo. We got a chance to check out some other things, but it was definitely one of those things where that's the only problem with doing all the symposium stuff is I wish I had a chance to get into the hall a little more. Because ultimately that's one of my favorite things to do when in terms of just just as an attendee. Now, obviously, hanging out with friends, playing games, all that stuff is the best. But when it comes to just sort of the attendance part of it, my favorite thing, arguably, is just walking around the hall, demoing new games, just kind of getting the feel for all of it. So it was pretty slick. Gen Con was great, I should say. Gen Con had about somewhere on the order, they said over 50,000. I think in the end, what they're going to discover is it was somewhere, we heard around 55,000 were in attendance. That's actually a little better than they expected. They had thought they would be somewhere in the 50,000 range, something like that. Now, at their peak pre-COVID, they were at 70,000, but still 55,000 was pretty good in terms of the attendance. And you could really get that feel, I think, from just the sense of general good mood that everybody was in. I was actually talking to somebody on the way back on the way down, I should say, on Monday, because we stayed over into Monday, which if you have the ability to do it is really, really helpful because everyone else bails on Sunday. So it was nice to avoid that crush. And on Monday, we ended up, leaving Monday afternoon. So as we were bringing the stuff down in the elevator, I was talking to the guy who was helping us with the luggage cart. And he was just like, yeah, he's like, it was swamped yesterday. He said, but I have to say, all of you folks, by which he meant gamers, he's like, you were the nicest people. He's like, I've dealt with other cons, and like they're okay sometimes, but he's like, Gen Con people are always super nice to us and always really grateful, and so we always really like them, which was really nice to hear, because we certainly hear enough negative things about gamers, God knows, and stuff that happens in the community, some of which I heard about over the past weekend, over the past few days on social media. So it is nice to hear that actually that gamers do, as a majority, actually try to be nice to people and do what we can. So that was cool. I was appreciated about that. Is that true? Somebody stopped by your table and asked where to find Gregory Wilson. Well, I'll talk about the Arvanauts part of this in a minute. So So first of all, attendance was pretty good then in general. Hold on one moment. As I look down on my phone and it says, can you answer prior text? Will do later this evening. My daughter and I today went to a sunflower festival, which was really cool, and cut a couple of sunflowers, and it was really beautiful and peaceful. So my wife wanted me to send pictures of the stuff that we did. So anyway, it was very, very cool. You got a 3060 Ti for a late gift to build a PC or rental while fixing your house. Oh my gosh, I'm glad that you got a 3060 Ti though. That's awesome, Ridno. So yeah, it was Crit Twitch. Actually, it was. How sunflowery of me. What's up, Dragon? So let's see. Where was I? So yes. So good attendance. And the 4 days basically of the con, most of my time was spent in the Writer Symposium area dealing with various Writer Symposium stuff, whether it was panels or workshops or the D&D live play or stuff like that. So in general, I will say that the symposium, actually running, being at the symposium, was a lot of fun. The folks who ran the symposium along with me, who were co-coordinators on the committee, were great. It was good to see the artist formerly known as Garlic Tofu, but Emily the Honored, who did so much in a lot of ways, but also in terms of accessibility. John Wiswell was not able to attend, but was, of course, definitely a big part of the lead up to that event, so that was cool. We had Maurice Broadus, who was definitely instrumental in terms of a lot of the elements of certain representation and aspects that we brought in. We had Aaron Rosenberg, who was there. We had Seth Lindberg and Matt Jarkow, Seth did an incredible amount of work in terms of just like the organizational stuff, spreadsheet behind the scenes, organizing social events and things like that. And then Matt was coordinating the volunteers. And as I've said every year, since I've been involved with the symposium, and every year at every con, cons do not run without volunteers. They just can't. Like, there's just not enough people to do it, even at a convention where it is theoretically for profit, like Gen Con is. So it was really, really helpful to have the volunteers doing the great work they usually do. And I think the best sort of compliment that we got for the weekend was that most of the veterans of the symposium said that they would not have noticed much of a difference between the way it ran in 2019 and the way it ran now, which was a compliment. It ran fairly smoothly. Everybody basically knew the the sort of beats of where you go at what times to do what things. That was really great. And so that was great to see, because behind the scenes, there was a lot of work getting this thing back up and running again after being dark for 3 years. So it was great to see that we could help pull it together. It was great to see all the symposium attendees. And I love the symposium attendees. I mean, they're such good, thoughtful people for the most part. They ask great questions. They're really respectful. They ask things that are interesting and make me consider different ways of looking at either workshops I'm doing or panels that I'm on. So that was really great. I love the symposium for that reason, because the attendees are great, the volunteers are great, and of course, it's great to see all the folks there, the authors there. I got to not only see people like Emily the Honored, of course, which was wonderful, but I also got to see Prince Justin, and I got to see Triffid, and that was really awesome too. And they participated in a memorable werewolf game with myself, Brandon O'Brien, about which more in a moment, Ballstag and Garlic Tofu. Now, at the time, Garlic Tofu, but now Emily the Honored, and my daughter and my son. And I have to say that Mini Arv, who had never had this experience, of course, was just totally enamored of Werewolf. Like, they played 2 rounds. One round was where I was playing. A second round, I had to go meet with someone for a few minutes, so they played a round on their own before I came back. And like, he was a villager the first time, and the second time he was a werewolf. But he was on the way back. He wanted to play what he called Wolfie with his stuffed animals and stuff like that. It was so cute. And wanting to be like, "Are you the werewolf? No, you're the werewolf." It was really, really fun. So I always enjoy playing that game, and that was a lot of fun to actually do that. So there was that. So we had that, and then we had, sure, you can always say something I don't know. There are many things I don't know. So there was that. Then we got a chance to play one of the things that I got. Now, Woofy was great. It was really funny. I run things differently than my dad. That's funny. And then it was awesome. Oh, okay. Well, that's great. I hope that doesn't mean that when I was running it, it wasn't awesome. I hope the idea was that it was differently awesome. Not that it sucked when Arv was running it. But boy, when little Arv ran it, thank God that bastard was out of the room. No, she's great. Listen, she loves doing that stuff. Look, she's going to a performing arts program, as I mentioned to all of you, starting in the fall. We were talking about this today, that although she loves playing in D&D, she really loves being a GM in D&D. And I was like, all right, just pat myself on the... No, she's a performer. She always has been. And it's great that she wants to sort of be feeling like she has a chance to sort of tell a story. So I'm super, super happy about that. And it was great, of course, to have Little Arv as a part of that. I'm sorry that I missed it. I have played in games where she narrated before, and I've of course played in games that she DM'd before as well. And she's good. She's got some very good potential, and she's working really hard at it. And obviously she's an amazing kid. So I'm super glad to hear that. That's cool. So when I got back, we played this game. Now, this comes from, speaking of my daughter, one of my favorite things that I did that had very little to do with Gen Con was they had an escape room thing that is set up in Indianapolis. These things have sprung up all over the United States, where you go in and you like have to do a bunch of puzzles and stuff like that to escape the room, and you do it with a group of people, and it's all different cities and all different themes. But this one was about an art gallery, about having to get in and do I think we were offered $100 million to get the Mona Lisa and then get back out again. And it was myself and my daughter, and then 6 people that I didn't know. They were all Gen Con folks. But it was just freaking awesome. It was not scary. It was not freaky. It was interesting. There were all these little puzzles we had to do. There was this one section where we needed to find the Mona Lisa first. And there was this one section where there was like this mirror wall that everybody was suspicious of. And so one of the things that we did unlocked the wall, and it like pops open. And so it was Little Arv who actually then there's like this whole series of like laser beams, between this and the painting. So she had to crawl underneath them to get up to the painting. Then we had to do these other series of like puzzles and codes and things so we could open up the thing so she could get the painting. It was a lot of fun. And we actually ended up breaking the record by about 40 seconds. There were like 7 groups. groups, I think. 3 of them didn't get out at all because we had an hour. You had an hour to get out of the group, and 4 of them, including us, got out. And we had the best time by like 40 seconds. And when they were first talking about it, it was like they said something to the effect of, we ended up doing it with 17 minutes and 40 seconds left. I think it was like 49 seconds, 17:49. But when they first said it, they're like, oh, the record was 17. And I'm like, no way on God's green earth did anyone do this in 17 minutes. And they're like, no, 17 minutes left. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, it was a good group of people to work through. It was also funny because when Little Larva was going underneath the laser beams, at one point someone was like, oh, we've got some real Catherine Zeta-Jones heist stuff going on. And so, of course, Cinnamon has no idea what that reference is, and I was like, and she was like, my God, no one else in this group knows that reference, and I was like, yes, I know the reference. It was a number of years ago now, but I certainly know what that reference was. Anyway, it was a good time. I was really having fun watching my daughter have a good time, and I had a great time too. It was just tons of fun. So anyway, when we came out of that, they had right here, they had a series of these escape room games. And I've heard of these, but haven't had a chance to play any of these. And pretty much I was in such a good mood. We hadn't bought a game yet that I'm like, yeah, sign me up for sure. So they had a few of them there, but the ones that they had put out on the table were the ones that the staff had picked as their own personal favorites. And one of them was Star Wars. And I'm like, clearly I'm going to pick the Star Wars game. Like, I mean, what's not to like? So we played that Sunday night after the con was over, and we played it with most of those folks. And I'll come back to one of them I haven't talked about much yet, which is Brandon. We played that with most of those folks, and it was a good time. We all had moments where we sort of all had moments where we're like, oh yeah, there's this thing and this thing. We were doing the first one, which is this Escape from Hoth one. There were ones where we were just like, really? Like there are ones where we wasted like 5-6 minutes, and then it was like, do this thing. And like, I'm not going to spoil it for you in case you get the game, but like, do this obvious thing. And I was like, oh, God. What's up, Wayman Wolf? So yeah. So it was, we ended up therefore not getting it done in time. I think we missed by like, I don't know, 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. But there's a little app, a free app that goes with it. But it was clever, and I'm looking forward to doing the other two. The only problem with this is that once you've played it, you've played it. You know what I mean? Like there's no replay value per se. I guess theoretically you could put it away for 5 years and come back to it and you might not remember aspects of it, but pretty much once you've gone through it, you've gone through it. And that's the only problem. But it's cooperative. You can play it with a group of people. We had a good time. So I liked it. This is one of 4 games we got. The other 3 were, we got Sequoia and Mountain Goat, which were 2 games we got right near the end. And I don't even remember the name of the company that made them, but they're these relatively small square box sort of games. Sequoia is one where you've got a group of trees and you're trying to grow the tallest tree, and you get the most points based upon... So they're numbered from like 2 to 12. And then you have, everyone has their own dice that they roll, and you make pairs. And when you make pair that has a particular number, you put one of your tree trunks on that particular card. Everybody does that over and over again. And then the person who has the most tree trunks on a given card gets whatever point total is listed on that card. But those point totals are flipped over in random. So you don't know for sure how many points you're going to get at one time. And there's all these tie breaks and stuff like that. So Sequoia was fun. Mountain Goats has some similarities to it. We played that once in the hotel on our way back. And it was basically just the goat goes up as you roll particular dice. You get up to the top. You get a certain number of points until the next person's goat gets up there, and then the other goat goes back to the bottom. But it was fun, and those are fun little games that I think were like $15 each or something like that, but those were a good time. If someone just strikes you over the head first. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could control the deck. That's true. Although that makes it easier for them, because one of the problems was we had Ballsteg and at one point Rising Tides were both like flipping through the deck quickly, because you have to find numbers, and it's not always numbers. Sometimes it's symbols. It's a whole thing. And you got to run through it quickly to be able to get to the section where you can find it and then actually flip the card. But it was clever, though. I like this one a lot. So anyway, we got Sequoia, we got Mountain Goat, we got this. And the last game we got... which I think may have been the big winner for us, is Everdell. Now, I had heard about this game before, but Everdell, for those of you who don't know, it's a game you can also get on Android now. And it's a game where basically there's this big tree, this world tree, and you play someone who is trying to build it's a tableau building game, which means you're trying to build a city of cards, which are either critters like bunnies and, squirrels and things like that, but they all have different roles, like barge toad that can carry twigs, and like the shepherd is an owl that can bring in the flock and all this stuff. And so there's critters, and then there are also constructions, things like the post office or a general store or things like that. And the thing that's cool about it is, first of all, it's cute. It's deceptively simple in that it also is a worker placement game. So you start in the season of winter and you have 2 workers. And when you place a worker somewhere, you can either place a worker, play a card, or you can prepare for next season. And when you place a worker, it means you put your worker on one of the spaces, and then you get the resources of the space, or you draw the cards of the space, or whatever the case may be. But then as time goes on, every time you switch seasons, you get another worker, and your city and tableau expands so you can do more. So by the time you get to the last season, you have 6 workers or something, and everyone is able to play on a lot of different spots. And so there's a lot of moving parts going on at the end. We had a really, really good demoer, who I think his name was Adam. Can't remember. I wanted to try to remember his name because he did an excellent job. He was a very nice guy. He was very clear. Also, most important, I think, to this discussion is the fact that I defeated my wife during the demo and, in fact, beat everybody at the game. And I want to be clear here that I consider myself a very good game player. I never beat my wife at anything. She is an exceptional game player who routinely crushes me at games we play, everybody in the family. So the fact that I won not one but 2 games in a row, that one and the one that followed it, was like, sign me up. It was damn good. So it was really good. I am very impressed with it. Not only is it a lot of fun just by itself, but there are now increasingly a number of these expansions that can kind of build different things. There is a lot of replay value to it. There's also a big cardboard tree, like a 3-dimensional tree that you literally assemble. It doesn't really have much mechanical value, but it's cool as hell to look at. It was very neat. I was very, very glad to be able to play it. So that was probably the winner for us. And as I say, we are about 3/4 of the way through a game now, sitting down on our dining room table. So that was definitely good stuff. So Everdell was fun. Symposium panels were great. Workshop was great. Workshops actually were both pretty well attended. I had, I think, like 35 or so, or 40 almost for the networking, and I had something like 65 or 70 for the story building, which was awesome. I had people who came up afterwards and spoke to me about it, and I actually had a couple people who contacted me later and said that they loved the workshop and that I had given them some suggestions about ways to get people that they're playing D&D online with more motivated, as opposed to just sort of sitting back there passively letting everyone else do the work. So we chatted a little bit about that, and they were like, that was great, and I went and I bought your books and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So that was really nice. That was cool. And then, of course, the big highlight besides all the panel stuff was the D&D live play, which hopefully many of you were able to see on Friday night because we recorded it on Twitch. Now, first of all, I have to say that from our channel sort of perspective, one of the great things was how many Arvanauts we had in the room at the same time. One person I haven't spoken about much yet is the Rising Tides, and it was really awesome to have Brandon, to be able to meet Brandon face to face in person. That was a thing that happened. Brandon and I, and in fact, Mike Underwood came up because he was in Indiana, came up and visited on, I guess that was Monday. So there is a picture now on Twitter officially documenting the event of the 3 Speculate co-hosts in the same place at the same time in physical space and proximity to each other. So that was really cool. And it was great to hang out with a little bit with Mike. It was super great to hang out with Brandon. And it was tons of fun. I was on a panel with Brandon. That was awesome. And as I say, the Speculate thing, and then we got to hang out and chat on several occasions throughout the weekend, including this game playing thing. So, and Brandon had one of the more notable events that happened during that D&D live play, because he was playing this Dragonborn sorcerer who, for those of you who missed it, and I encourage you to watch it, is on my YouTube channel because it was a lot of fun. I had made an entirely new adventure, which is set after the events of Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. So it's set after the last adventure, which is Beyond the Forbidden Library. And it's actually set a couple of years later, but it is supposed to be for levels 4, 5, 6, and you can, in fact, continue with the same characters. My hope is down the line I'm going to release this as one big campaign. But so it was called Night and Day. Really, really had a lot of fun writing it, and the players did great in playing it. But there was a moment where Brandon's character just saw these books, and everyone else had made their perception check, so they could see there was a big void, like, of space. They were in this wizard's tower, so they could see there was this big void of space there, and they could see, they could hear the sound of these bells kind of tinkling in the distance, right? And the only one who didn't do who didn't make the perception check was Calixin, Brandon's character. And so Calixin is just like, I'm going to walk right across and get a book. And I'm like, you plummet into the center of the void. And like, for the next 10 minutes, probably, everyone was trying to figure out how to get Calixin out of the void that they had just reached terminal velocity, because what happens is you wrap. So you jump into the middle and you like plummet, and then you appear like from somewhere out of the ceiling, basically, and you just keep looping. It was very, very funny. And so when that got done, later on, they meet this wisecracking mouse with a Brooklyn accent called Dorian. And at one point, Dorian is just like, boss, I'll tell you what, like, there was this guy the one time we just went up there, and then he just fell through the center of the void, and he just kept falling. Oh man, it was so funny. Like, who does that? Who jumps in the void? And Brandon Brandon is just sort of sitting there, right? And Brandon's just like, yes, who would do such a thing? It was really funny. Oh man, it was good times. And it was great because we had an audience for it. It was not as big an audience as in previous years. It was probably about 16, 17 people, but that did not surprise me, because we had been up to like 70 when we finished up the last adventure. But again, that was 2019. Everyone's attendance was up, all of the, so this is all getting things back up and rolling again. So I have no doubt that we will get more people in subsequent years, but the players did great. It was Brandon. It was Richard Lee Byers, who was fun to play with for the first time. Jenny Koch, who did a good job. It was fun to play with her for the first time. We had Carlos and Claire. I have played games with them and D&D with them, of course, before, but they did a great job as per usual. And then we had Karen Menzel, who was the only holdover. Karen has played so far in all the 3 previous adventures as well, so she reprised her role as the drow rogue Lassen, and she was the one holdover, and everybody else was playing the same characters, but obviously new players. And that was great. So the D&D thing was a ton of fun, and they've succeeded. They managed to get through it. And if you check out again on the Twitch stream, that was fun. Now, in addition to the players, we also had all the people who were watching. So we had Hillness there. We had Furyfire there. We had Comestible Dan there. We already mentioned that we had Triffid there. We had Prince Justin there. We had Emily the Honored there. We had Ballsteg there. I mentioned the Rising Ties already, who was playing with us. So we had like a ton of Arvanauts, basically. And so we took a picture with a bunch of the Arvanauts all there together. I think that's got to be the most Arvanauts in person that we've ever had in one place, I think. I don't remember ever having like 9 or 10 or whatever the number was in one place at the same time. And that was really cool. So hopefully that will expand over the years, and we'll get more and more people from the channel that can sort of show up and be a part of it. But it was good times. I was very happy to see all the Arvanauts there. It was great to see Hillness. I've seen Hillness, of course, many, many times at Gen Con, but it was really great to see him. And I know Hillness was pretty tired. There was a lot of walking going on. So I know that Hillness was pretty tired by that second day. I really appreciated Furyfire running the camera as well. That was really cool. Because we needed that. So, and we will probably have, I would guess, a couple of other people who are going to be popping in to check out the channel. I've had a few that have actually contacted me before I streamed with private messages, just asking about different things related to streaming and about, Gen Con and all that kind of stuff. So it was great. I really, really enjoyed hanging out with the Arvanauts and playing the D&D stuff. So So that was good times. And as I say, Symposium was good. Gen Con itself was good. My kids participated in the masquerade. I only was able to see pictures and videos of that after the fact because I was, busy doing Symposium stuff. But my daughter put together the full outfit. They had arranged my wife and my daughter had arranged all this stuff about getting a wig, but she put everything else together. She got this belt and this fake weapon, and then she already had a ukulele, which she had gotten. And so, and I was when people are like, what is it? That was her D&D character. Like that's her custom, she made it D&D character. So that was really cool. She got to be in the masquerade. And then my son was walking along in his dog outfit and was very, very pleased to be in the masquerade. Although it must be said that I think probably the highlight for my son, first of all, loved the dragon balloon animal thing. If any of you saw that incredible dragon made out of balloons that the balloon guy who's been doing this at Gen Con for years, things like this, was there. Loved that. But my son's highlights really were Kid Zone. He loved the Kid Zone where he could like build stuff and run through stuff and play games and all this stuff. He just had a blast. So he loved that. And on one of the days, and I don't remember which day, maybe it was Friday, he ended up getting from another balloon animal specialist, the Hulk. But it was this green balloon Hulk with abs. In fact, I wonder if I have the picture. It was like, Emily has seen this. It was pretty epic, because the best part of it in a way is the fact that the face is just like a traced on picture of the Hulk. It just, it was very, very funny. Let me see if I can find where the picture is. Let's see. No, it's not that. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Come on, zoom in. Focus. That, I'm telling you, that right there, that is what's great about it is not just the balloons, but then just the face where you're just like, Hulk. It's just like, what the hell is this? Oh man, he just thought that was so funny. I thought it was so funny. I think he was just like, yeah, this is great. It's the Hulk, because he loves the Hulk. But oh man, it was precious. So yeah, it was a great Gen Con, all said and done. It was also I won't get into this much, but there was a lot of COVID going around, and it was hard. We knew going into it. I don't want to get into who was affected and who wasn't, because that's all private matter. But unless they wish to share it, but there was a lot of COVID going around, and that was going to be almost impossible to avoid. I think people who were wearing masks the whole time, that helped. And I think being vaccinated and boosted helped, but I know for a fact that there were people who got COVID anyway, no matter how much masking and boosting and whatever they did. So there was stuff that could not be avoided entirely, and that was a shame. So there were definitely outbreaks that happened after the fact. I mean, there weren't ones that were reported really at Gen Con, but afterwards, I know for a fact that there were Symposium people who did get COVID, and people that were affected by COVID. So yes, it absolutely happened. And that's unfortunate. Oh, nice, Rudnell. That was unfortunate. And there's not much to say about that, except that, that was always going to be a concern. I do want to say, thank goodness that Gen Con had that vaccination requirement and masking requirement. That to me was just that was the minimum, that was necessary. They had to do that. And I'm glad that they did, because I think it made it considerably less problematic than it would have been otherwise. Does that mean that everybody complied? Probably not. But I saw overwhelming mass compliance. That doesn't mean that there weren't some people who weren't doing a little bit down beyond the nose, or that there weren't people. Okay. It was not 100%, but it was very high compliance, which for 50,000 plus people was pretty good. And again, that was, people knew the risks they were getting into. And so that was the deal. Oh yeah, that photo. Oh, let me double check on this. Nice. Yeah, there we go. The power of the rising tides compels you. That's awesome. Um, yep. And then there were the Arvanauts. Yep. The Arvanauts were there. It was great to see everybody. And yeah, I was really happy to see that. And again, my hope is that we will get more and more as time goes on, the lovely people that were part of it. So it was great. And there was some stuff that I found out about, some good news about certain people that I won't get into, but there was some good news about certain people, and those people will know what I'm talking about at some point when they hear this. That just absolutely made my weekend by itself. It was absolutely great, and it made me super happy. And I won't say anything more about that because it was but it was great to see it. Oh yeah, it's actually not a bad picture of me, I have to say. There I am looking at the thing. I was probably describing the sort of night and day maps. Yeah, it all went well, including the technology hung in there very well. There was no problems there. The only problem I had is that I wrote the adventure and it was like 39 goddamn pages. So there were moments where I'm like frantically going through notes and I'm like, oh Christ, like that was the only problem, sometimes you get used enough to doing online DMing that you forget about the things that are that online DMing takes care of, that doesn't have that. So that was the deal. Yeah. I didn't, right. So Emily was one of them. And I was very, very sorry to hear about that. And yeah, as I say, I didn't want to out anyone without, people deciding if they wanted to reveal it. So, it was, that was definitely a thing, that happened. And again, I knew that it was definitely a risk. And the question was, had we waited long enough in this cycle, with this particular variant and with the antivirals available and with the vaccinations and boosters and with masking and with and everybody knowing how to handle it much better than before in terms of medical professionals, that we felt like we could take the risk? And the answer was for me, yes. I totally respected people who made a different decision, and I would not have changed my decision to go, because I thought it was important. I also think it's important to recognize there are also health considerations for people some of whom chose not to attend because of health considerations, which I totally get. There are also mental health considerations for people that I don't think it's reasonable to browbeat them because they made the decision to go. I think that people who acted as responsibly as they possibly could in masking, in being prudent, in not hanging out and breathing in people's faces without their masks on, and all that stuff. I think I consulted with my own doctor and talked to a lot of people about it and all that. And in the end, there were also health considerations for people who can't just stay home all the time forever. And so there was that also. So I totally respect whatever decision everybody made. And we did have, I would say, probably 4 or 5 people from the symposium that had to drop out because of a COVID exposure or because of concerns over COVID, because of immunocompromised and all that kind of stuff. So it very, very much was the case. And so, but I was very sorry to hear that with what Emily was going through. And so I felt very bad about that myself. And it was really nobody's fault, that I saw, because everyone was trying to be compliant to the extent they could. But this particular variant is very, very difficult to avoid, even if you've had all the vaccines and boosters. The news apparently is that they're going to have a variant specific one coming within the next month or so, and also that numbers in general have begun to drop, and that is a good news. Also, that no other variant has taken over for this one, and it's been a long period of time that BA.5 has been in the ascendancy, so that's also good news. But it is what it is, and I was very sorry to hear when people were dealing with it one way or the other. And so it was rough for those folks. And I am sorry about that. And I wish everybody a very speedy recovery as they're dealing with it. But in general, I think Gen Con was a lot of fun. I think it was well run. I'll also say that there were issues and concerns about harassment. Many of those are those are public things you may have seen online that were targeted at people at Gen Con. And I'm very glad to say that in the end, that harassment was mostly limited to online stuff and did not manifest in any physical way at the con in terms of like threats that had happened before the con. Those were not fulfilled during the con, and that I think is due to the vigilance and the diligence of a lot of the people, including the symposium folks, including the volunteers, including Molly Reed, who is one of the Gen Con event captains, who's done a lot of stuff with the symposium for volunteering in the past, has been one of the head volunteers before. Molly did a wonderful job, and also Gen Con security and the event captains and Gen Con ops in general were absolutely on it all weekend. They were absolutely there. They were out in force. They had people there in the particular concern panels. They had people doing walkthroughs, and I know for a fact that it meant the symposium attendees felt much, much more comfortable, and the symposium guests, the authors, felt much more comfortable than would have been the case otherwise. So I was very, very happy to see that, and it was great work on the part of Gen Con security and ops, because it would have been, that could have been something which could have gone really badly. And the fact that they took it seriously is the reason why I think it didn't. So I was very glad about that. Instead, people mostly just had a really good time without that particular concern rearing its ugly head. Other than, as I say, there were some online things here and there that popped up. And there were a couple of like messages that were received by people at the con, which were not so cool for sure. But it was never overwhelming, and it was never a physical in-person threatening kind of thing from people that had threatened to do that, to this point. So that was very good to see that didn't happen. So I was glad about that, and I was glad, therefore, that everyone got to come and have a good time. I was a big fan as well of our special guests. Brandon and, of course, Carlos Hernandez did a great job as special guests. Also, Bob Salvatore. Hey, Hillness, what's up, man? I was just talking about you before, Hillness. Also, Bob Salvatore did a great job. And I have to say, first of all, so I've mentioned this story before about several times about being doing a signing with Bob years and years and years ago. So basically no one knew me at all. And it was just Bob's line is out the door, basically, right? And I'm just this guy. And so, but he and I get into this big discussion over President Obama and about how we really respect him and like people should respect him more. And this 5-minute conversation. So I relayed that to Bob because I haven't seen him for a couple of years. When I was on a panel with him, before we started, I'm like, Bob, you won't remember this, but blah, 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 blah. He's like, oh, that's cool. And then after we got done with the panel, he's like, you know what? When you were talking, I completely remembered that. That was the best. I really loved that conversation, and shook hands, whatever. Very nice guy. Also, his wife, who was a middle school teacher, chatted with me several times about the experience of the panels. And also, I was at a signing again where Bob was doing some signing, and I was down there. Hillness came by, Fury Fire came by, Prince Justin came by, Gary Kloster came by. Some of you may know. So we had some people who stopped by, so again, she was talking to me about the experience of education and about my experiences. Very, very nice person. And I really appreciated knowing both of them. So good people. I've always, Bob has always been a good person. Is from every news that I've ever heard. I happen to know behind the scenes stuff about authors that Bob went to bat for. And if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have gotten the support that they needed. He had the clout and the willingness to use that clout. But it was great. And he was genuinely, I think, really enjoyed the panels. People really enjoyed hearing from him. So that was awesome. So I dug it. I really appreciated it and having him there. So it was all good. The guests were good. The symposium went pretty well. The con itself went pretty well. Got some games in, and then we had a nice leisurely drive back on Monday. Tuesday, we actually got to Tanglewood, where we attended a concert for Earth, Wind, and Fire. It was there were a lot of people there, but it was all outdoors. And that was awesome too. I mean, I have never actually seen Earth, Wind, and Fire live. They were great, as predicted. And they played all the hits that everybody knew. They played the songs that my kids knew in particular. So my kids were really happy, but it was nice. It was a nice experience. It's a beautiful area. I've been to Tanglewood a few times before, and it's always beautiful. Weather was really nice as well. It was not overly hot. And then after that, we drove home. We got got back late Tuesday night, and then a lot of it has just been attending to. We've had some illness stuff in the family we've had to deal with both Wednesday and yesterday, and I was tired. I mean, I still have unpacking to do. I caught up on a lot of emails. I did the inspiration list reset, but I have other stuff to do still. And, but I was determined not to just, I was pretty fried after Gen Con, and I was determined not to burn myself out further. So I'm trying to just slowly work my way back into it. Next week, I have to do some office cleanup and things like that. And I have a music event that's going to be coming up in a couple of weeks. But and then obviously the semester starts up again in a few weeks. But yeah, I just wanted to one step at a time that I wanted to do this. So it was good times. It was really cool. In Avatar, the Bob S. or Dorian game, please. Oh, well, because Bob's got the Boston accent, right? So everything's about the khakis and the man in the bed together. Whereas Dorian's, hey, I don't know what you tell him about. Like Dorian is more sort of a wisecracking, vaguely Italian sounding Brooklyn dude. Whereas Bob, although he is Italian, is very much the emphasis is just on when I took out the cat and the bed, that sort of thing. So it's like listening to a working class Kennedy basically talk about Drist. It's very funny. So it was good times. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, so that's my Gen Con recap. And I would be showing you the games if I had them up here, but I don't, because both of them, some of them are down in the suitcase that we haven't unpacked. And then I showed you the Star Wars, and Everdell, like I told you, is down on our dining room table, so I can't show you that right now. So, but it was good times. And I even got 2 shirts, so it was all good. A good time was had by all. Said the mouse was amazing. That's awesome. I'm glad. I hope Vera's feeling okay. Oh, nice, Hillness. I hope you enjoyed it. I know you've read the original version, from some years ago, but and good. I'm glad that Vera liked the mouse. Yeah, Dorian was a big hit, as I was hoping Dorian would be. And we will see whether or not Dorian makes a return. I may have to, by popular demand, bring back Dorian in a future adventure. We will see if that's going to happen. So I'm mostly better. Good. I'm glad. Well, hi Vera. It was good to see you, and I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad that you liked the mouse, and I'm glad that you got to hang out with my daughter. And Vera should know that that Mini Arv's view on this was that, well, it was great because Sister had a friend with Vera, and then I got to make friends with Vera too. But like in my son's mind, that was like on a later day. So like first it was like his sister's turn to make friends with Vera, and then it was his turn to make friends with Vera. So you should know that both of them on different days apparently thought that they should be friends. So that was cool. The party named the bunny with the ears of justice. No, the party did not name the bunny with the ears of justice, although it would be interesting to see whether Doomfang or Dorian would win the most popular. See, the thing about Doomfang, though, is that Doomfang only shows up in the last adventure of that 3, right? In Beyond the Forbidden Library. Whereas Dorian shows up in the first adventure of this new set of 3, and I don't know yet whether Dorian's going to show up. So if Dorian makes a return appearance, then almost by definition, Dorian might become more popular because there's just more of him. So we'll see. But that's the case. Then they took the rest of your jerky and then left. So it was funny. It was definitely funny. So yeah, so it's been a time, folks, and it is very good to see all you folks back here. So it's going to take us a little while to get ramped back up, and August is still not done with us in terms of interesting things happening. So we've got a little bit of Triangle Strategy we're going to play tonight. Again, I'm only going to be on for about another hour or so because I am still tired, and I want to make sure that I am, as chipper as I can be tomorrow for some Eberron play. That'll be happening tomorrow evening. On Sunday, we will be back with our Joint Speculate Twitch event of Girl by Moonlight. We'll have more Fractal Spires. That'll be cool. Then Tuesday the 16th, we will return to Adventures in Middle-earth. For those of you who missed it, Free League announced at this con the Lord of the Rings role-playing, which is their 5th edition version of it. It's basically the new updated version of Adventures Adventures in Middle-earth. This is the one that I think I have mentioned to all of you. I have been sponsored by them. They're going to be running a campaign sponsored by them. And they officially announced that it is going to be a thing and that it's going to be coming out in early 2023, Q1 2023. So hopefully I'll be able to get some material for them in late 2022. We'll see. In the meantime, we're going to continue to soldier on with Adventures of Middle-earth, which of course we're having a great time anyway. Oh yeah, bouncy horses. So I don't have, yeah, bouncy horses. I'm going to do that. Although I don't have because it's packed away. So remind me, because I need to make sure that I bring out, I was given the bouncy horses official swag is the way I would describe it. And I believe Hilness has put pictures of this actually in the Discord. But if not, then you'll just have to wait until I can get a hold of it, because yes, the MTG card survived the trip home. It was awesome. I was very excited to have bouncy horses, both popsicle stick with figure and the card. I love that very much, that it was a Plains card as well. So that was very cool. Yes. So I will show that off down the line. It was very, very funny. So anyway, Adventures in Middle-earth on Tuesday the 16th, then Talisman Adventures. That is going to be, let me see 1 second here. Okay. Wait, I wanted to make sure because I missed something in chat. Whoa, is that your Steam Deck? That is your Steam Deck, right? Either that's a Steam Deck, Hilness, or that's a very cool looking Game Gear. But I'm guessing that's a Steam Deck, if I'm not mistaken. So where was I? Yes, so Talisman Adventures, as I mentioned. That's going to be Tuesday the 16th, 4:15 p.m. Eastern over on GOG.com's Twitch channel. Then Friday the 19th, we have our second special joint Speculate Twitch event. That'll be Court of Blades. So 1 week from today, Court of Blades will be back with yours truly playing instead of GMing. That'll be good times. And then Saturday the 20th, we will have our second D&D with Infinity and Beyond Eberron session. So you'll get it in consecutive weeks. Off on Sunday the 21st. On Monday the 22nd, we have our One Bag of Giving event for the month, and that is actually an event of Ironsworn Starforge. Christiana Ellis is the GM, and that's going to benefit the National Network for Abortion Funds, or National Network of Abortion Funds. That's going to be cool. Christiana is a good GM, and I don't know a lot about Ironsworn Starforged. I know a little bit about Ironsworn as kind of like a solo RPG, but I don't know a lot about it as Starforged with other things. So that's going to be cool. That'll be happening on Monday the 22nd as Bag of Giving continues. Then Tuesday the 23rd, we have Adventures of Middle-earth. Again, we have Pen and Pixels, D&D with GOG Ghosts of Saltmarsh. That'll be on the 23rd. That'll also be our last time for a while with Fleos again, because Fleos then has to head back to school. And then on Tuesday, the 23rd at 9 p.m. Eastern, will be the conclusion of the Arvoculus playing Purgatory. And that's been a fun game that you will definitely want to check out with us. That'll be the last time also that Little Arv will be with us, at least for a while, because Little Arv is going to be heading back to school very soon. In fact, she heads back the following week. So that's going to be a thing. You'll definitely want to be here for that. That'll be Tuesday the 23rd at 9 p.m. Eastern. Friday the 26th right now is listed as D&D with viewers, but I want to mention that that is going to be partially dependent on how things go in terms of visitors. I'm going to be announcing pretty soon. We've got a music event happening out near me, and it's going to feature several people that are going to be staying at my place, actually. So I want to be able to announce who those are, and some of that will be happening actually on Friday, that Friday the 26th. So although it is into the unknown right now, that is subject to change. So again, a little bit up in the air. Saturday the 27th will be Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. And again, one of the people visiting may or may not be live and in person for that event. The music event happening during the day, and then Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks happening later on. But again, we'll talk more about that in about a week or so when I have more confirmation. But I do have now the official music for that opening video, and it's pretty sick. Like it's really good. Chrono Wolf has done his usual bang up job on it, so I'm excited for that as that gets set to our new video we had last time was a good placeholder by Peripheral Mike, but this is really going to tie it all together. So that is going to be Saturday the 27th. Sunday the 28th, we have queued up for Sound Clash the Clampdown. And then on Tuesday the 30th, we have the Patreon-fueled Chat Chosen Game of the Month. We have Solasta, we have Pen and Pixels, Solasta as I get back into the Lost Valley DLC. And then we'll have some Triangle Strategy on September, Friday the 2nd. And then we will be back into the semester, and it'll be a new semester, and we'll be all of that. So it's going to be good times. And yes, I'll talk more about this as well, but you will definitely want to save the date for September 11th. I have already listed on the calendar what this is, but I won't talk more about it right now, except to say, yes, you will not want to miss that. It is going to be good times. So I am excited. Oh, you've played Ironsworn Starforged with Christiana? That's cool. I mean, it seems really cool. I know very little about it only because as I say, I've only watched the so-called regular Ironsworn. So it's going to be good times. So now we have bouncy horses. Yes. Now I understand bouncy horses must be provided. So let's get up to that. But again, it was good to see everybody. Thank you for everyone who was able to tune in. Thank you everyone who put up with the fact that streaming was very much ad hoc. We only had the one stream. I had a feeling that would be the case because I was very, very busy. But yeah, we are now back into our almost but not quite regular schedule. Oh, and last bit of information, by the way, separate from nothing, is I'm getting solar panels installed on my house. And as of next week, by the end of next week, we will have solar panels taking part of our electrical bills down and dealing with at least 50 to 60% of our energy. So we are at least our electrical energy. So we are very excited about that. So so I'm very happy about that. You will definitely want that. It's going to be good times. Yes. I will do the bouncy horses. I'm just telling you all, I'm very excited about solar panels because I'm entering the power of the 21st century, so to speak. All right, let's get it done. Oh, it says massive update. It'll take a few hours. Sorry. Well, that's all the time we have. Just kidding. Hey, Rising Tides, by the way, I assume not the batteries. No, it's not energy efficient for us based upon the amount of sunlight exposure and all that. Everything go okay, by the way, Rising Tides, with return journeys specifically. Where are we? Okay. Now, first things first, we have got a lot of stuff because I was rushing through things big time because... Right, okay, so we've got no side stories, but I know for a fact, for an absolute fact that we have got stuff to turn in. We've got characters to level and all that stuff. Okay. Right. Okay. I know that we got... Someone is ready for a trade promotion, Archibald. You ride. Okay. Oh, look at all that. So, this is the tough call, and I knew I was going to face this tough call. So, the obvious pick for this is Serenoa, and the reason is because Serenoa is one of the few characters I have who can melee when not directly next to someone using Hawk Dive, which is one of his most powerful attacks. So I am very tempted to promote him, and I'm still probably leaning that way. But there is a good argument that can be made for two others. One of them is Eridor, because promoting Eridor up to the elite basically would make him into an even more of a tank than he already is. And there have been times where Eredor was super useful for that. And the other one who would be super useful for that, of course, is Anna, because Anna is one of the most effective fighters that I have in the entire squad. She can attack twice. She can hide in shadows, which means that she can avoid a lot of attacks. She has Surmount, which means that she can deal with terrain better than some of the others can. So I'm also very tempted for this. But I think in the end that despite all of that, you can even make an argument really for Gila, because having a better healer is always good. And obviously Huette has been very effective in certain parts of this fight. But with all of that said, it's hard not to give it to Serenoa. It's just, Serenoa is just too powerful. And again, having these others, his strength makes everyone else better. So I am going to go with him. Swordmaster. Yeah.
My blade shall attest to my convictions.
My blade shall attest to my convictions. Baller. All right. Man, they do not give you a lot of medals, to be clear. Not a lot of these things. Although, wow, you can get another Medal of Valor. Do I have enough, though? Oh, I do. Oh, man. Okay, so... Wow. Here's why this is difficult, okay? Now, technically, I should grab this immediately. But here's the problem. That. Revitalize is absurd. You can revive a fallen ally with 25% hit points. This one is amazing too, but I'm not going to be able to save up for 500 hit points. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, I think in the end, what has to happen is that... Oh, that is so good, Revitalize. But the thing is, maybe I won't need to revitalize them if I have them at Elite. I think I have to do this. It's just too good. Okay, so now that I've done that, now we're really looking at Anna. It has to be Anna. All right, Assassin to Master Assassin. Hell yeah.
I await your orders.
She's got that Assassin's Creed look now. You have reached the end of this path. All right, now listen, I'll take the end of this path. Actually, let me see. Do I have any recruit? I have one recruit. Oh my God, Corentin. Ah, Corentin. You pathetic. Okay. I feel bad. I should promote him, but I won't. Okay, so I need to build up. What is the point of getting all these? I only have one I would only be one of them. All right, regardless, I have to. Now, the other thing is that this will help me level up their other abilities. Oh my goodness, these are the things that you need to level up their weapons. All right, so I'm going to have to do that. Okay. Let's take a look at the roster. Now comes the how do I figure out what their abilities are. Nope, that wasn't it. There we go. All right. So surprise attack. Increases damage dealt while taking cover. Okay, that's sick. Recovers hit points when not moving or using commands on your turn. Again, sick. We already know about Slumber Stab. Okay. Now, what about... Who is the character that I just... Ah, yes, Serenoa. Damn it. Take 50% of damage for a selected ally for 2 turns. You can only take damage when within 3 squares of the target. Wow. That could be very useful. Suggest I need to build up my defenses. Increases my strength when allies are nearby. Okay. Good, okay. Now, let's talk weapons. Increase weapon potency by 10. Okay, so I need superior iron. I need iron and superior iron. Okay, more iron and superior iron. I have that, so I could level them up already. Yeah, I should do that. Grant 1 instance of invincibility to all allies within range. That's awesome. All right, I'll have to think about that. Superior timber, we'll come back to that. Parchment. All right, we need to get some stuff, is what we're saying here. These are not, no. All right, so what do I need to get? Parchment. What was that I needed? What was that again? Say it again, one more time. All right, superior iron. Yep. So I need a lot of superior iron. Superior iron, superior timber, and superior stone. Okay. Do you have superior iron? I do. Only have 2 of them. Superior timber. And superior stone. Easy come, easy go. Okay, good news is that I have that. Bad news is that, man, I need a lot of iron. Okay, I need 1,000 to get that up. Higher. She needs a meteorite fragment. She needs a rare thorn. Oh my god. She needs more oh man, I need to sell some stuff. I need her doing more damage too. Quality stone. What about what with Garenton? What'd I do? Tillamook yeah, I have heard good things about it. I think I actually had Tillamook when I was out in Washington State some years ago, and it was pretty good. Okay. Yes, I do. Okay, Anna, where are you at? I need 1 quality stone. Okay. 1 quality stone. Yeah, I knew you had 1. Yep. Hell yes. I have what I need for that. Oh. Okay. So I need a rare thorn. And I know where to get it. I will take it. Okay, time to promote. Time to upgrade you. A fairy dagger. Let's do it. Deadly Blaze. Deal physical damage to a single enemy. Lower their physical defense and magic defense for 5 turns. Okay, first of all, increase weapon potency. This is the first thing we're doing, let's be clear. Okay, and then I need 4 more. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so now, I mean, she has become an incredible badass, is what we're saying here. Okay. Now, what about this? She needs parchment. Oh, so many good possibilities. Meteorite fragment. All right. Yeah, but Anna though. Have we talked about Anna? Have I told you the good news about Anna? I think it was this one. And look at this, by the way. Look at this, Emily. Right here. Look at me upgrade Gila. Your girl Gila right here. I'm going to upgrade her. Like that. See, she's got a Sage's Rod now. And I'm doing that partly because Miraculous Light grants an ally the ability to recover one time after falling in battle. Hell yes. Oh, man. Okay, I can get Superior Stone, I think. Yeah, I'm sold out. Can I get Superior Stone from him? No. Oh, we got these. All right, I always got to pick these up. Always got to pick these up. Okay, down the line I will. Okay, Might of the Goddess. I'm hoping at some point they're like, you need to build a library. Here, have 700 quietus, points here. Okay. Since they're only 1 kudos each, I don't have a problem doing that. War Chronicle. There you go. The history of Norzelia is also the history of the goddess's teachings. The goddess punished the Roselle who attempted to claim the realm's salt as their own and bestowed the source upon her faithful. The goddess's scriptures are the oldest of Norzelia's written records, and her teachings are the oldest religion in the land. The history of her followers predates that of all nations. With the source of the power of salt at their backs, her faithful built a nation headed by a hierophant that unified church and state. That nation came to be known as the Holy State of Hyzant. According to the scriptures, Hyzant is the oldest of the 3 nations. It says, while some books assert that Glenbrook is the oldest of the 3 nations, those records are written after the goddess's scriptures. This has led some to believe they are more fabrication than fact. Although there is no doubt as to when the scriptures were written, their level of literary completeness suggests that other records should have existed at that time. Since no such records remain, however, it's hypothesized that a large-scale book burning may have occurred. Yeah, I wonder how that would have happened. Anyway, though it is unknown when the giant statue of the goddess at the source was built, her believers assert that it is the goddess descended upon this earth. Her words are spoken through the Hierophant, who in turn brings equality to her faithful. The fact that such a peculiar nation owns the source and has held such tremendous influence since antiquity is both a mystery and distinction of Norzelian history. Hey, what's up, Ragod? How you doing, man? There are 2 large wind systems constantly blowing across Norzelia. The cold wind blowing from north to south is known as the mountain wind. The warmer wind that blows from east to west is the desert wind. These 2 winds collide above the plains, creating dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. That's what happened. These 2 winds collide above the plains, creating clouds and bringing about rainfall. The breeze generated by this collision also helps ships traveling upstream. Birds instinctively use this wind when in flight. Messenger birds in particular take advantage of the gust to travel long distances quickly. When great hawks have riders upon their backs, they utilize the strong winds to ascend and glide. Skilled hawkers and hawk riders can read the winds and use them to travel further faster. Can't wait for a mini game that has that in its place. All right, the people of Norzelia. People are a product of their environment. For example, citizens of Glenbrook are calm and mild-mannered, much like their mild surroundings. Those living in the crown city that bustles with trade, however, are calculating and easily influenced by others. Oh, man. Nothing I like more than a bit of genetic essentialism in the evening. The people are also characterized by their emphasis on custom and tradition, although in fairness, this is a history book which is acknowledged as being, the product of its writer, which can be expected from such a long-standing nation. Those living in the Wolfort domain are simple and sincere, perhaps influenced by their lords. S. Frosty citizens, on the other hand, are characterized by their proud and independent personalities. The duchy is home to many ambitious and inquisitive artisans. Some might say they can come off as self-righteous, especially when they invade and take over a country. The Byzantine subjects are pious and honest, followers of the goddess. They offer their thanks to her every day for a blessing of equality. Ordinary persons, such as myself, tend to feel ashamed in comparison. Finally, we have the Roselle, marked by their rose-colored hair. Fortunately, I've never had the pleasure of meeting a Rosellan in person, though I doubt I ever will find one outside the source. The goddess's teachings portray them as sinners who attempted to monopolize salt in ancient times, but could that really be true? Answer, no. All right, and I thought I had one more of these that was new. It was one of the marvels of Norzelia, I thought. But anyway. Okay. Lovely. All right, so let me save this, first of all. And then I'll almost certainly, we are going to have... let's go with this. Almost certainly we're going to have a mental mock battle to do. Yep. Level 23. Defeat the enemy forces occupying the arena. You can either use the stairs to attack from a distance or storm the arena directly. Let's do it. Ah, thank you, Trippin. That's not okay. Alrighty. Let's be clear. I don't love the idea. Yeah. No. Alright. Alright. First of all, you are going to go there. Okay. Right. Okay. Not bad. Let's do it. Conquer the arena. The battle begins.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Okay, so... okay, twofold turn.
Stay composed.
Splendid.
My turn.
Can I hit... No, okay. I think this is a tough spot because I think I'm going to take cover here.
Shadows conceal me.
Because I don't, if I just go there now, I feel like I'm really exposing myself to tons of attacks, and I am a little worried about that, quite frankly. It's tempting, though. Now, it makes more sense to do this here. I only get attacked by one person there. Wow.
My turn.
Yeah, it is. Now, on the other hand, this guy...
Brace yourself.
Good times, good times.
Good try.
You missed.
This battle is ours.
Oh, I can't. Okay. That's not going to work. So, I need to fly somewhere. I hadn't thought about that. Can I get... No. It's bad. I don't love this at all, but...
Take aim.
He cannot be slammed. Because of the grounding amulet. Ow.
From where shall we strike?
Let's do it.
I'll make this quick. Ha-ha!
Okay. Scorch. Ow. No, it's bad. Okay.
No need to panic.
Nice shot.
Cool heads shall prevail.
Okay. Did I really not get any further? That is unfortunate. Okay. Well, shoot. That's not what I was hoping for. Let's do that.
My apologies.
Okay, now let's get... Actually, what we do here is we get that and we haste you.
Go swift.
Let's do it, Eridor.
That'll do.
I'm glad that I healed him. Raw!
I love them.
I cannot lose.
Well, no, you could definitely lose. I mean, let's be clear. Losing could definitely happen.
Fires roar. Oh no.
gonna go down here and see if I can avoid
Behold
an immediate
true
attack.
power.
Nice.
Away with you! A fine result.
Sanctuary, huh? Everyone wants to heal themselves. Oh, god damn it.
You've done it now!
This is troubling.
Let's see. I can't reach it. What if I go here? No, it's not out of range. It's out of range. Let's see. Okay,
Let
that'll
us
work.
steel our defenses.
I shall use it well.
Always Fred with the drama. Okay.
Yeah. Victory is within reach. It's over.
Yeah, it is.
No! Ah! What to do now?
All right, let's see. Let's see. Man, he does not have enough of these.
Take that! Yes!
Mother,
Are you kidding me?
here I come.
700 freaking miles away. Like, oh, look at this shot. Like, okay. All right, Jerky.
This ends now!
It does, actually.
My pride is my shield.
When a wolf is cornered.
Can I hawk dive? No, I can't. Would have been lovely. All right. I think the time has come to use. Let's see. Fleet footer, we need this. Just stab and hide.
This will not be taken for granted.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to have him.
I need this.
He did.
No! No! Ah!
That's why I didn't bother to heal him, was because of that.
I'll take you on! You're in the way!
Eridor's so. You're in the way!
Cool heads shall prevail.
Well, let's hope so. Okay. He's not that injured. The issue is really... Zana, right? Okay. So, if I move you... Yeah. Ooh, can I even get you there? Yeah, that's gonna be hard. I may not be able to heal. Stabs me in the night. Oh man. Cure wounds. I don't think I can get over that far. Can I heal Roland? I guess I can heal Roland, actually.
Be at ease.
Thank you.
The Sanctuary, which would be a big part of this.
Find a way.
Okay. Let's see. Can I get there? Can't quite get close enough to activate Roland. So, instead what we're going to do is... Oh, she already acts twice. That doesn't help her at all. Let's have you do
We
that.
make it up here.
Hey, hey, what's up, Wenchkin? How you been? Doing well, man. Doing well.
Behold true power.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Silence.
No need to panic.
Time to end this.
See ya. Ow. Stop hitting her. God damn it. Stop dropping me off these arenas.
My turn.
Yeah, it is your turn. Wait a second. First of all...
You won't escape.
Okay. Okay, can we get you to go to sleep?
Victory
Lovely.
is within reach.
Leave it to me.
Couldn't quite go to sleep. Well, that's too bad. Still, great turn, Anna. Haha!
For victory.
She didn't drop, though, did she?
This is it. Out of my way.
Nice.
Time to take flight.
Okay. This is why trying to knock her off was dumb. It was a silly, terrible move. Okay. Alright. If that is, I can figure out where to hit you from.
Take aim.
Nice. Nice. Good shot. You've been really busy? I hope in a good way. Yeah, she's in big trouble. Yeah. Nice. Wow, man. Really?
For the honor of House Wolfort.
What if I get here? Hawk dive.
I end this.
Nice.
You won't beat me.
Can I? Oh, I can't ram? Aw, man. I was hoping I could do my ram attack, but I could not. However,
You're done. Now.
good. All right, good. Trying to get to a spot where I can. Okay.
Come on. Gotcha.
Wow, you've been in Central Queensland running a kitchen and restaurant. 16-hour days again, not so fun. Being chef again is good. That's cool, Wenchkin.
I shall do what I can.
How many of these do I have left? Can I heal anyone from here? Oops. Really isn't any healing anyway. Alright. Okay, time to use my last quietus point, which is in tandem. We're going to have you go right after I do. Okay. Okay, and I need you to move, Vila. You need to get up there.
Let's do now.
All right. Tempting, but I'm going to go after this guy. Oh, nice. Just gave him an opportunity to attack while he was there.
Now then. Hit.
He's just like, hit! Oh. Archibald
I
doing
must
work.
Find a way.
This time I want you attacking.
Leave it to me. Yes.
Okay, good.
Time to work.
No. Actually, yeah. Let's go there. Wow, you're not dead?
This is the end.
Now you are. I thought that was gonna... I didn't pay attention. It was like 1 point less. God bless America, man.
God, can't me too.
The hunt is on.
Did not do a whole lot of damage to your boy Eridor right there.
Not another step. This battle is won.
need too.
Yeah, Foom on Twitch is also a chef.
The situation is grim.
It's not that grim.
I shall do what I can.
Alright, might as well heal yourself then.
Allow me.
Very nice.
I've been waiting for this.
Nice. Bye-bye.
My way.
See ya. Jackass been doing that to me the entire game. The entire freaking battle.
Yes.
See ya.
This is troubling.
Let's have you go next.
We must stay vigilant.
Good. Oh my god, Wenchkin, that part never happened. Great.
It's not over yet.
Just picking up spoils.
Your orders? Sounds
I
strange.
struck true.
One more time, Anna, please. Second verse,
This
same
is
as the
end.
first.
Victory is
I
within
struck
reach.
true.
Anna doing work.
Looks like I'm up.
It does. I just need to get that other bag of spoils.
The situation is grim.
What? Situation is grim. There's one guy left on the entire field, Sereno. Relax.
The hunt is on. Cool heads shall prevail.
It's all good.
This is what I do.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like, Sereno's like, well, the situation
My
is
growth
grim.
is plain to see.
I'm like, compared to what? Like,
Come at me.
there we
Time to
go.
work.
And okay, I need to get that bag of spoils too. This is all just cleanup.
You won't catch me.
My turn.
Okay.
This is troubling.
Don't know how I'm going to do this.
A brief respite.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Ready for more.
this is grim for you. Like that's the real
Looks like
answer.
I'm up.
Who can I hit? Yeah, let's do it. From way downtown. Nice.
So where shall we strike?
Where do I want to put you? I'm just gonna bring him over here because I want to make sure that I want to get that thing.
The hunt is on. Let me heal your wounds.
All right. Well, the person who clearly needs this the most right now is these two.
I'm behind you.
My utmost thanks.
exhibition.
I was never here. Never acknowledged Sarah, Noah, and Roland. Yeah.
For victory!
Come on, freaking. You're almost there. Stay on target.
You won't beat me!
I shall try my level best.
I just realized what I should have bird of preyed Roland before.
Allow me.
I could hit him from here, but I'm not going to do that because then I won't get the spoils. So I'm going to go over here.
For the honor of House Wolfort. I won't yield an inch.
Shielding stance.
Here I
That's
come.
pretty cool. Okay.
Shall we
He's
begin?
like, I mean, everyone's up at full. I'll just haste Archibald. What the heck?
Victory goes to the quick.
Okay.
Oh, now that feels good. I won't lose.
Lovely. All right. Oh, now I'm just going to throw poison at you. Take the poison. Nice. All right. Very effective right there. 39 kudos, 5220 coin, 3 stones, 7 quality stones, 6 timber, and 2 quality timber. Nice. Very good. Very good stuff. Hear what? Hear what? What happened? Don't be a stranger. All right. Okay. What do we got? So we got Lego 23. Look at all these, like, this is something I did not see before. But level 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 of these mock mental battles that I've gone through so far. Nice. All right. So let's see. Sarah Noah could use more. I'm not going to spend 9 superior iron, though. That's not happening. He needs 1 superior iron to do even more damage, and that is precisely what we're going to do. 1 superior iron. Do you have superior iron? I'm sold out, huh? Well, damn. Level up his stone. Increases effect duration of Bird of Prey by 1 turn is very useful. That's also useful. Yeah, Dragon Shield, yes. Absolutely. Dragon Shield will be super useful. And these other ones become more expensive whenever you level up the one of them, so that's super useful. Nice. Okay. Magic attack by 2. Range of command abilities by 1 is potentially useful. Superior Stone. So, right. Okay, how much for the superior stone? How much for the stone? How much for the stone? How much for superior stone? You're sold out? What? Man. Alright. Julio, who I've used... The last time I used Julio was a lot. Medina, I remember when I used you. Picoletta, yes. So you're such a big part of this army. Woo. Okay. Sacred Bow. That could be useful, though. Okay, Sacred Bow. So I could level you up. Increases TP cost of Red Tempests. Increases wind damage dealt during a tempest. Physical defense is fine. Alright, let me, Sacred Bow. And Parchment as well. Sleep well, Hellness. And yes, I'm not going to be on too much longer myself. I said this was going to be a shorter stream tonight because I am sleepy too. Alright. Why am I going here? I do not need to go here. That literally was no reason to do that. Oh, wait. Yes, there... Ah, damn it. Okay. What was it you needed? Okay, Sacred Bow. Yes. How much for your Sacred Bow? 30. Done. How about the Parchment? Yep. Look at that. Hyacinth Staff. Rite of Thunderstorms. Cast for 1 turn. Deal lightning type magic damage to all enemies. And have a chance to paralyze them for 1 turn. Good gravy. Alright, that's really powerful. But I don't think I have a superior stone, though, is the problem. Man. Okay, and she needs Parchment, right? What's up, Chrono Travis? Yeah, it 100% is. It 100% is. Oh, I do have enough for Quality Stone. No, wait. I think it was Superior Stone that I needed, not Quality Stone. What was it that I needed? Yeah, Superior Stone, which I think I'm sold out of. Damn it, Lionel. Your stock sucks. Improve your stock game. Rah. Man, that's what I need. Actually, what does Huette need to level her weapons? Fan Expo Boston. Oh, nice, Rock God. Yeah, have a great time. I don't know if anyone is. I am still in recovery, so from Gen Con, no. But somebody else, though, who was I seeing online that was talking about that Fan Expo? I don't remember what it was, but Quality Timber. Curious Feather. All right, let's level you up. Okay. Yeah. There we go. What do we got? Increases range of normal attacks by 1. Soar up high and Flugy. Deal physical damage to a single enemy from above. Okay, I need Superior Fiber for any of that, and I'm pretty sure that I have Superior Fiber, actually. Superior Fiber. I knew I had one. Okay, it's just enough. I'm going to need to sell some stuff, though, because I do need to get some hit point stuff. This is a tough call because I'm not worried about that. You have a photo op with Anthony Daniels tomorrow. That's awesome. Oh my God, that's the best. Seriously. Have him do a C-3PO, you know. Oh, the Argonauts are the best. I just don't know why I bother. All right, let's see. We've got this thing shooting star seems really badass. The range of normal attacks is really useful too, but I think her being able to do more damage like this, yeah. Yeah, you need a lot more. They really make it so that you cannot just like spend on everything. You really can't. All right, now I got to pick up some hit point stuff, which means I have to sell some other things. Don't need these timber and fiber and all this stuff because at this point, what they need to upgrade is well beyond that. So that's why I don't mind doing this too much. All right. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I don't want to sell it. I want to buy these. Okay. Man. Extra large hit point recovery pellet. Oh my goodness. That would be nice. We got one of these. Ugh. These are really like in case of emergency break glass type of things. Alright. Worth it. Okay, blew all my money at that point, but that's alright. That gives me plenty and enough to work with. Alright, let's advance the story a little bit before we finish up for the evening. Okay. Meanwhile, out here, we have the main story. Chris Sarandon. Yeah. If Chris Sarandon's going to be there, too, that's awesome. Chris Sarandon and Anthony Daniels in one day would be sick. If I'm wrong, which I never am. He's great. Was also good in A Tale of Two Cities film, by the way. Okay, we got Crown City and Whitehome Castle. Let's go with Crown City first. Fair enough, Rudnell.
There are more who accepted Esfrost's rule than I imagined.
Glenbrook's history is long. Yet, that is why hierarchy and precedent hold sway. This is a stubborn land, my lady, not given to easy change. Though Archduke Gustadolf, acting in the name of freedom, granted privilege after privilege to the powerful. For people used to Glenbrook's rigid customs, I suppose that sort of change must have been too seductive to resist.
True, Emily. Of the classic ...
Perhaps. But his freedom was naught but greed and cruelty.
You got that right.
Lady Frederica, I've been searching everywhere for you.
A Wolfort messenger. Did you run all this way? What's happened?
My lady, I hail from Castle Wolfort, bearing tidings of Lord Simo.
Of course, if he... he's like, hey, did you run all this way? He's like, my lady, I hail from... Here's how it actually goes down. My lady, I hail from... Like, that's what actually happens if he ran all the way from Wolfort. Instead of being like, oh, it's so terrible that you... He's like, thanks. And anyway, I hail from Castle Wolfort, and...
Has he awakened?
He has. He is in high spirits and recovering well.
Our boy Lord Simon is back. So sorry you
He is
ran.
most pleased to hear of the capital's recapture. He bids you visit Castle Wolfort so he can honor you himself.
This seems sketchy, though.
Oh, I must bring these glad tidings to Serenoa at once. how long it has been since I've seen him smile.
There is one more bit of news I have for you, my lady, but it is not so happy.
Is there some sort of trouble in the Wolford domain?
Bandits are laying waste to the Rosellan village. To our shame, Castle Wolfort does not have enough soldiers to stop this. We would beg Lord Sereno's wisdom in this matter.
The enemy must be powerful indeed. We cannot leave the Rosellan village defenseless.
Let us inform the others. Messenger, with us.
He should have that turned back to the camera.
Well, well. Things are about to get interesting.
That doesn't sound like Milo did that. It just sounds like Milo was there when it happened. Yeah, Sereno is getting from all sides. Like, just... Please, give the guy a break. Give the guy a break. Just trying to do his best. Okay. Alright, Whiteholm. Roland takes steps to rebuild the Crown City, but Patriot and the Royalists have other ideas. Oh, these people. These people. The freaking Royalists. Ah.
A coronation ceremony. Certainly there are more important matters to focus on right now.
A coronation is important to assuage the people's fears and restore their faith. Besides which, it is the Royalists' most fervent wish.
Yeah, you... Clearly the first and most important point there is that one, right? Oh, also, I mean, you know, in addition to all of that, we would really like it. Yeah, mm-hmm.
A kingdom is only truly as strong as people believe it to be. And right now the world believes Glenbrook weak. The ceremony will be a display to the contrary.
And in no way will we ever deceive you by creating a situation where we could betray you at any moment. That would never happen.
Is this truly the remedy our situation calls for? Right now, I imagine the people care only for where their next hot meal will come from.
Roland, spitting facts.
Rest assured, sire, House Wolford will see your subjects shan't go hungry. But trust me when I say nothing will hasten Glenbrook's return to her former glory so much as announcing the return of Regna's rightful heir.
This has Sketchy McSketchface written all over it. All over it.
To win your subjects' hearts, you need do nothing but ascend to your position upon the throne.
I mean, this guy's trustworthy, right? I feel like anyone who gets that mustache, automatically you're like, no. Like, I mean, maybe Wesley in The Princess Bride has a mustache that's kind of similar, but even then it's thicker and it's just not, yeah, exactly, Wayman. I wouldn't buy a used car from this guy. Yeah, this dude, exactly. This guy would try to sell you the undercoating. That's what would happen here. Oh man, I don't.
You mean sit my royal backside on a fancy chair?
See, Roland is just like, shut the
In
hell
a
up.
manner of speaking, a king's duty is first and foremost serving as his kingdom's symbol. You needn't trouble yourself with day-to-day governance. We will assume that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no. You could just sit on the seat and eat grapes. We will handle the day-to-day. Go blow it out your ear, you clown. You know what I'm saying, Chrono?
After all, you have only just been crowned.
About the symbol, Emily?
There will be no ceremony. The people will tell us what they need, and you will listen to them, Patriot. That is my command.
Yeah, suck it, Patriot. Nice. Sit my royal backside on a royal throne. Yeah, the Undercoat Deluxe package is essential for winter volcanic undersea travel. It's a good point, Waven Wolf. See, Roland, I'll tell you what, they've done a good job with Roland, because Roland started out and you're like, oh my god, dude, would you please get over yourself? Because he's like, I'm going to do everything impulsive. But man, this is exactly what you need here. He's basically telling the royalists to get bent. Listen, I'm the king, so here's how this goes. We're not doing a ceremony. The people tell us, you listen to them, and that's the end of it.
As you wish, King Roland.
I do wish. Bye-bye.
How fare things, Huet? Have the relief supplies been given to those who need it?
He doesn't even wait until he leaves. He's not even like, hey, Huet, what do you think? Was that the right thing? He's just like, right. So, like, now that clown's gone. So anyway, how's things happening with the kingdom?
Well, we had received a sizable shipment of goods from Hyzant, but there are complaints. It seems very few of those goods have made it into the hands of the people.
Corruption.
Why is that?
We aren't certain, though apparently Patriat and the Royalists involve themselves with the distribution.
Stunning.
Damn those Royalists. They cannot be left to their own devices.
That's true. It's true. Yeah, your boy Serenoa really does this. Okay, so before we get this scene, okay, so looking at the time, this works out perfectly. So I am going to do this side story in Hyzant, and then next time we play, we will deal with this about have to go their separate ways. Oh man, they're gonna have to go their separate ways. Which way will Serenoa take? All right, we'll see. We're gonna start with this, with the Hierophant's Palace. Meanwhile, back in Hyzant. Yeah, we've all been through a journey, exactly.
House Wolfort and Minister Exham's forces have reclaimed the Crown City.
I am totally trustworthy. You can notice this by the sunken expression in my face, and by the way that I am staring at you as if I were a serial killer, perhaps.
And not only that, they have dealt a heavy blow to the Esfrosti forces in killing Thalos and other commanding officers.
Basically, they've kicked ass.
We couldn't have hoped for a better outcome.
No, I haven't forgotten Frederica. I bring Fred all the time, but I would be silly if I claimed that Frederica was better than Anna in combat. Anna has been amazing in combat. But Frederica, I still, I dig her spirit, and she is effective with her fire stuff. The other thing, too, is that because she's so focused on fire, there are people who are resistant to it, whereas there are very few people who are resistant to being stabbed in the back by a Master Assassin. It's the difference between, like, shooting fireballs from a distance and Ezio being like, whoosh. You know what I'm saying? I dig her spirit. Yeah, she's effective with fire. We couldn't have hoped for a better outcome, huh? Says Idor Delmira.
Oh, to see Gustadolf's face when he hears the news. Now he'll have no choice but to come crawling to us on hands and knees, begging for salt.
So basically, this is fine because right now they're just sort of chatting about how, like, this is, bad for Esfrost. Fine. Let them deal with Esfrost. I got other problems right now, as long as they're not going after us. Mario Brothers versus Assassin's Creed.
Though, this could be our chance to crush the duchy once and for all.
Just because they're licking their wounds does not make them easy prey. They still have their iron, after all.
Iron. We can get iron. All we need do is make Glenbrook hand over the Grand Norzelian mines to us. A paltry price to pay for our bountiful aid in their restoration of the Crown City.
The Grand Norzelian mines. The spark that lit the flame of Esfrost's aggression.
Yeah, it's true. We still don't know exactly what went on down there, except that Gustadolf has got some, like, super weapon that he thinks can destroy the main wall of Hyzant, and that was originally found by the dude who got killed in, like, Chapter 3, who I don't even remember now, in the Grand Norzelian mines, so...
But why go through the trouble to seize an iron source when they have all the iron they could ever need? I should have Milo look into the matter.
Minister Idor?
Well, regardless, we control the salt. I say we bide our time until Esfrost admits they are defeated.
We are salty.
Besides, Glenbrook seeks our aid in their reconstruction efforts, do they not?
Yes. King Roland and Minister Serenoa have both asked for help. and sent reports detailing the extent of the damage to the Crown City.
Send forth a veritable bounty. To Minister Serenoa of the Saintly Seven, that is.
Ah, yes. A show of the goddess's grace to the people, and as a wedge to drive between him and the king.
Esfrost, Glenbrook, they will both be ours before long.
Plotting, double plotting, triple quadruple plotting, 7-dimensional chess checkers plotting. Okay, so Hyzant is plotting. What else is new? Gustadolf is ready to unleash his super mega weapon. What else is new? And now our peoples have got to talk about where they're going to go next. All right. So how we doing? Same as always. Not bad, huh? All right. Okay. 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 I always do that, and I always forget that they ask it anyway. Lovely. All right. So we did it, folks. We got through that mental battle, which was an important one. We have leveled our characters up, and they are going to be ready to go for whatever happens next, which is going to be taking out the people. Taking out the people. Once we have our decision made, then it's going to be going after one of these types. Oh, the Prime 46. There it is. Thank you, Mrs. Dunsel. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. It is very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, and I am very grateful to everyone who resubbed and all that stuff. As I say, felt very good about where the Arvanauts were at. It was great to see everybody at Gen Con. So, yeah, it was great to see everybody at Gen Con, and it was great to feel like we had a real kind of a, not even a reunion, because for some people we hadn't gotten together at all yet, but like gathering people together. It was pretty awesome. So I had a great time with it, and I'm really glad we were able to do it, and I'm glad that we are back in the saddle. As I said, for those of you who came in a little bit late, we have got some Eberron coming at you over the next couple of weeks. We will have D&D Eberron coming at you tomorrow, Saturday evening, and then we'll have another one of those coming at you the following Saturday. We will have some Speculate coming at you on Sunday with more of the Strange Friends with Fractal Spire Girl by Moonlight. On Tuesday, we will have some Adventures in Middle Earth for you, as well as some Talisman Adventures over on GOG, where I haven't been able to stream for a couple weeks because of Gen Con stuff. Wednesday and Thursday we will be off, but then on Friday back here we will have Court of Blades, the other Speculate game that I am playing in, and then on Saturday we'll have more Eberron, and then the week after that is going to be kind of a special event because we will have some people here over that weekend. I will be announcing who those people are shortly. There is a music event that is associated with that, and then there will also be a one of the people involved in Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks may or may not actually be making an appearance in a live in-person capacity here from the home of ARV. So it's going to be a good time. I'm excited for it, and I'm excited to gradually be getting back into things as we move on down the line. We have fulfillment stuff to do with Greyshade. We've got more writing stuff to do with Greyshade, querying and all that business. I've got some office cleanup to do and some other things, but mostly what I'm going to do over the next few days, to be perfectly honest, other than Eberron tomorrow night, is mostly just resting because I need it. But once we get past Sunday, starting next week, again, going to be doing some office work and getting some other cleanup stuff done. And then a couple of weeks down the line, we have about 3 weeks of summer left, and then it will be moving into the new semester. So not a mini ArvCon. No, not a mini ArvCon, but it will have a there will be a musical element to it. I'll just say that. So there'll be I guess you could say we've had this before because Carlos actually played a session of Esper Genesis live from this very office with me. And so we'll be able to do something like that again with the other people involved. But I'll be announcing all the details of that soon. So it's going to be a good time. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rise up on out. Again, I'm sorry that this is a shorter stream. As I mentioned to everybody, just gradually getting myself back up and rolling again. And I wanted to make sure that I got on and played some and also did a little bit of a Gen Con recap. So if you missed that, you can definitely check out the beginning of the VOD where I talked a little bit about how Gen Con was and about the symposium and about the games we bought and all that kind of good stuff. It was a lot of fun. So that's you can check that out. But otherwise, I'm going to see you lovely folks here tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for more Eberron Oracle of War, which is going to be a good time. Just before I do that, let me double check quickly. Yeah, I'm glad Wayman Wolf. Oh, also Wayman Wolf, I wanted to mention I'm going to need Shadow Mage's help on this. Andor, I don't know if any of the mods on right now know how to do this, but probably not because I couldn't figure it out right off the top of off my head, which is I was trying to delete your old username from the list of inspirations. I've added your name as like your new username for the inspirations, so you're all good to go there. But there's 2 remaining lone wolves, and so I need to remember to I need to figure out how to delete those. And I very seldom have been in a situation where I had to delete one of them, and so I don't remember how to do it. I was trying to do just like exclamation point inspiration --delete or --del or something. So I need to get with Shadowed and find out what it is. Is it remove? Maybe it's remove. Let me see. All right, well, let me see. So, oh, no, that's nothing to be sorry for at all. Oh, yes, thank you, Arcanist bot. You have as many as you need. Oh, thank you. Okay, Lone Wolf 67. Hey, you were right. Thank you very much, Arudinel. I was like, delete, del, admin, Delel. Okay. Nice. There we go. Now it's right. So we got Wayman Wolf. So there we go. That list is up to date. That is an up-to-date list of people. Thank the voice as well. I thank you as the carrier of said voices in this case is what I would do. But thank you, Rudnell. Isn't remove the opposite of add? I guess I was just thinking, I kept thinking of it as delete because you could delete commands as like del command or whatever it is. And I was just like, that's what it is, right? It's -del, -delete, cd dot, X, dash remove C : / so I wasn't sure about that. Yeah, some of the voices are detail oriented. Exactly. So thank you, Rudno. That's very helpful. So now the list is completely up to date and all set to go. Okay, let's see. This seems reasonable. What on earth is going on here with this person? Oh, nice. Okay. I know exactly who it's going to be. I'll tell you after the stream. Well, thank him for me, then. Thank you for telling him before the stream. So let's do it. We are going to do a raid today. The way we do raids are very simple. If you are not a sub, you're not going to do that because I don't even know where I was typing that in. We're going to try this again. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? Okay, so if you are not a sub, you're going to do this, which is the Arvanauts have landed, followed by Twitch raid. Twitch is all lowercase, uppercase R, lowercase AID. Uppercase sub raid is this one, which is Arvany Hype, the Arvanauts have landed, Arvany Roar, Arvany Witch, Arvany What, Arvany Smug, Arvany Love, Arvany Blown, Arvany Love, all the Arvanys. I should mention, by the way, we are going to have more emotes available to folks, hopefully sooner rather than later. Tari and I have to do a little bit more work in prepping them and getting them ready, but that is coming down the line, hopefully by the end of this year. But I'm just letting you know that there are more emotes that are going to be coming this way. We've we've got a lot of cool stuff, by the way, planned for you folks in the fall. Not only do we have more of Negocios Infernalis coming your way and the Infernal Salons with Claire and Carlos, we have also got, of course, Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks is premiered. We have got more going on with Speculate. We've got more Bag of Giving coming your way. And in addition to our other campaigns, we also have a couple of surprises that I'm going to be bringing your way as well. So I had a chance to talk about some of those things at Gen Con. So it's going to be good times. You will not want to miss it. So please spread the word and let people know. If you like what you saw and heard, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube, our Discord with !ArvCord, Twitter with !ArvTweets, website arvanillaron.com, financially !ArvTreon for the Patreon, !ArvShop for the merchandise area, and of course, !Icarus for my Icarus graphic novel from the award-winning Athos Arts, !Library for my Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment, and Grayshade, which is my new novel Grayshade that just came out May 31st. For more details about that, it's going to be a good times, so you'll definitely want to check that out. Otherwise, I think that's all I wanted to say about that. Oh, yes, and as always, BLM, Black Lives Matter. Very important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when you need help and to reach out to others when they need help as well. And Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war. They are fighting back bravely, and this is one way that we can step up and help. Thank you to all my wonderful viewers today. Thank you, of course, to the wonderful Arudinel, Dragonspear, Emily the Honored. Thanks for the new name, Emily, of course. Sounds great. Rock God, The Rising Tides, the best mods in the business. Thank you as well to my Patreon and subscribers. Thank you to Rudinal, Dragonspear, Emily, Rock God, The Rising Tides, Ballsteg, Chrono Travis, Crit Rich, Mrs. Dunsel, Prince Justin, Wayman Wolf, and of course, thank you to Dizzy Plays. What's up, Dizzy? Thank you to Lana Ray, Nintendo Switch, and of course, Wispy Song. Thank you everyone so much for being awesome. Much love to all of you. It is good to be back, and I will see you folks tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for some D&D with Infinity and Beyond, Eberron, Oracle of War, as Season 2 marches on, 7:30 tomorrow. Otherwise, please stick around for the raid, and I'll catch you folks soon. Be good to each other. Bye for now. Honk.